Desmond would like to steal Brian Hartline away from Ohio State. Now, Brian Hartline, of course, has done an amazing job as the receivers coach, both from a development standpoint and a recruiting standpoint, and he has recently been named the offensive coordinator at Ohio State. However, Ryan Day is on record, just had a news conference yesterday to say after a few weeks after naming Brian Hartline as the offensive coordinator, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be calling the plays. Ryan Day has said that he is still in the process of deciding that.
And that's what I tried to that, and I said that a little earlier when I said he's the offensive coordinator by name. Okay. And the other thing is a lot of people look at it like this, Mark. Miami offensively right now is a crapshoot. It's a building program. And let's be honest. It used to be if you had success at Miami, you shoot through the stratosphere. Now, if you come and you touch Miami and you don't succeed, you may not get a job for a while. Okay. So you have to be very mindful about the jobs that you take. Okay. Brian Hartline staying in Ohio State and being a part of the offensive juggernaut and the elite program that they are fielding for the last 20, 30, 40 years. It's great for him. And it's what's going to continue to have him be a part of conversations like this, be a part of the coaching carousel every year for a head coaching job, just like his name was with Cincinnati, to the point where he had to put a announcement out there saying, no, I am going to wide receiver coach at The Ohio State University, not in line to be the head coach at Cincinnati. All right, so when you get into this thing, you really research it, you understand that you have to be careful about the jobs that you take and the trees that you want to join and the opportunities, because they're going to keep coming. Every offseason, they're going to show up. Oh, after spring, his name will pop up for new stuff. And of course, I would love to have him. One of the main things and the reason why I would love to have him is his elite recruiting and the lack of elite talent at the wide receiver position at the University of Miami right now. And if you were to connect those two things with Coach Cristobal, we might see some things change. But as far as being a true play caller, because the other side of this is what makes him so different from Josh Gaddis. Giving him a first opportunity as the full-time play caller. But we just talked about another opportunity with Rhett Lashley where if you give him a chance and it fits and it clicks, and he goes on to be a head coach at a group of 5 school like Rhett did. Okay, so again, I would love to have Brian Hartline here, play for the Dolphins, has connections in South Florida, owns South Florida recruiting at the wide receiver position, excluding Hakeem Williams, who chose to go to Tallahassee. But besides that, he owns it down here. All right. So I would love to have the opportunity to have him come here. All right. But in my opinion, Coach Cristobal is looking for someone who's a little bit more proven, a little bit more battle-tested, and a little bit more mature while he is trying to build the foundation of a program that he wants. That's just my view. He went the young, up-and-coming route, and it didn't work out. Maybe he takes another swing with a young, up-and-coming route and a great developer and recruiter like Brian Hartline. But do we know if his great development and recruiting of wide receiver extends to his great development and recruiting of the offensive coordinator and how to actually scheme an offense up and down the field, what to do when you're down by 21, what play calls, how to put a play call sheet together, what are our play calls on 3rd and 8 and they're dominating the offensive line, what are our play calls on 2nd and 2 and our wide receivers, what are the little things, nuances that we can do and that we can put. And I think a couple more mango seasons with someone like Ryan Day could really help Coach Brian Hartline in those things. As far as even taking this step, okay, some of them go from being receiver coach to passing game coordinator. That's another step because you're working in the offensive play game and offensive game planning. Next step would be maybe offensive coordinator by name while the head coach still calls plays. You're still learning. You're at his hip. You're listening to everything that he says and does. You get the same play sheet and you're okay, why did he go here, coach? Okay, coach, why? All right, well, coach, why'd you do this? Why'd you do still in the learning process? Then you see them either take a head coaching gig or they go and now be a full-time play caller somewhere. And then they learn from things that they did and then they take off. So it's again, would love to have them. I just don't know if that's the direction that our head coach would like to go in.